Good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock and it's time for our story time. It's a kind of cloudy day today, but regardless, it's a good day. So, story time is up and running. And today's story, we will go back to our Mickey and Friends story book. So, I found a story in here today, and it's titled Lost and Found. Okay? So let's go ahead and get ready to hear about this story of Mickey and his friends. You ready? All right. Lost and Found. One spring morning, Mickey woke up and looked outside. It was a perfect day. The sky was blue, the air was fresh, and a gentle breeze blew through the trees. Mickey smiled to himself. A day like that meant only one thing: an adventure was in order. There was just one problem. Mickey didn't know what he wanted to do. How many of us have ever been in that situation? Beautiful day outside, but you just didn't know what to do or where to go. But you knew you wanted to go somewhere. Mickey sat down to think. What should he do with this day? Then he sat up straight. He could work in the garden, he thought. He could plant some more flowers and vegetables so that his garden would be complete. Then Mickey let out a sigh. Call you back. That wouldn't work. He didn't have any seeds. Mickey went back to thinking. Suddenly, he sat up straight again. He had it this time. The perfect idea. He could go to the farmer's market and pick up something sweet for Minnie. Mickey looked down at his watch and sighed. It's too early. The farmer's market wasn't opened yet. There goes Mickey thinking. Think, 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 think. And he said he would plant his garden. That's a nice thing to do. I love a garden. I would love to be out there planting my garden. That's what I'm going to do one day. But then he decided he'd buy something sweet for his Minnie. Aw, that nice. But the farmer's market wasn't opened yet. Just then, Mickey heard a noise in the front yard. Walking to the window, he saw his friend Goofy sitting on a bike. Hey, Mickey, Goofy called. Want to go for a ride? That's a great idea, Mickey said happily. I'd love to. Mickey laughed. He hadn't had to come up with an adventure. The adventure had to come to him. So there he goes. Instead of Mickey trying to figure out what to do, here comes his friend Goofy with an idea. That's wonderful. Mickey grabbed his own bike and he and Goofy headed off down the road. As they turned onto the bike path, Mickey looked around. Everywhere he looked, there were signs of spring. Oh, the friends passed by a field full of bright yellow flowers that filled the air with a wonderful smell. Look, Mickey explained as they rode down the road. Up in the tree, in the branches, a family of birds was making a nest. They were chirping happily as they fluttered back and forth. Can you hear it? The sounds of spring, the smell of spring, the beautiful flowers, the blue butterfly. I remember blue butterfly came around me Sunday. That's the Prettiest thing to see. You ever see a butterfly, especially a blue one? They say that you should make a wish, or it's one of your wishes that you wanted comes true. But a blue butterfly always signifies this change, happiness, and joy. Mickey was so busy looking at the birds that he didn't notice a large branch on the path in front of him. As he rode over the branch, the tires began to wobble. Uh-oh! Then his handlebars began to wobble. Uh-oh! Soon he had lost control of the bike. Before he could even let out a shout, Mickey flew off the path and cleared into the woods. On the path, Goofy kept paddling. He had no idea that Mickey was no longer with him. Uh-oh. Mickey got into trouble. He fell. Uh-oh. Mickey bounced and bumped his way over rocks and sticks until finally he got control of his bike. Ooh, good. He came to a stop, climbed off his bike, and took a look around. It was in a part of the woods he had never seen before. Mickey shivered as he realized something. He was lost. Uh-oh. That's not a good feeling. Now, I love the woods and I love nature, but I don't want to be lost out there. Mm-mm. I can only imagine how he felt. I'd better find and figure out how to get back on the path, Mickey said to himself. I didn't want Goofy to worry about me. Just then, Mickey heard a rustling behind him. I'm not sure I want to be out here all alone either. So Mickey jumped onto his bike and began to pedal towards the path, or at least he hoped he was going towards the path. But the further he pedaled, the wilder the woods grew around him. Oh, not a good feeling. You can really get lost in some woods if you don't know which way you're going. He looks very frightened. I would be too. At first, Mickey was nervous. Biking through the woods wasn't the same as biking on a path. But as he went, Mickey couldn't help noticing that it was beautiful in its own way. This isn't so bad, Mickey said. It's actually kind of pretty. And the animals aren't all that scary. Mickey waved hello to a mother possum carrying her babies on her back. He spotted a hedgehog, some squirrels, and even a fox. He waved hello to them. The one thing Mickey didn't see on the path home. So there goes Mickey, realizing the beauty in the woods either way. Even though he was lost, he saw all the beautiful things that the woods was able to inhabit. The hedgehog, the fox. Oh, look, that's a rabbit. They didn't say anything about a rabbit. He was lost, but it seemed like he was enjoying himself. As Mickey looked around the forest, he had a thought. The day was probably half over. He didn't want to get stuck in the woods after dark. Oh no. Possums and hedgehogs are cute, but what kind of animals would he run into at night? Hmm. Mickey began to paddle faster, and then he stopped short. There, right in front of him, was a picture perfect pond. There goes Mickey. Mickey put his finger on his chin. He was thinking, but this time it wasn't about where to go for the day. He just found the perfect place to go any day. This would be a perfect place for a picnic, he shouted happily. I can't wait to tell Goofy. He took one last look at the pond and turned around. He was more determined than ever to get back on the path and find Goofy. That is a pretty pond. Maybe he could even go fishing. I'm ready to go fishing. Can you imagine how peaceful that is out there? I know that was beautiful. Mickey pedaled and pedaled. Soon the forest grew thinner. Then, almost as quickly as he got off the path, he found himself back on it. Suddenly, Goofy rounded the corner. Mickey, he shouted, startled to see his friend again. Weren't you behind me? Mickey laughed. Ha 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 ha. Goofy hadn't even known he had been gone. I got lost, he said. I've been riding through the woods this whole time. Wait till I tell you what I found. Mickey was excited to tell his friend all about his adventures of the day. As they rode back home, Mickey told his friend all about the pond. There was a rock where we could lay out our picnic, and there was a perfect branch for a rope swing. Together, Mickey, Goofy, and Mickey and Goofy went to the farmer's market. They grabbed sandwiches and fruit and gathered it together in a picnic basket. They bought a big blanket to sit on. Then Mickey stopped by the flower shop and got some flowers to take with him. What do you think those flowers are for? Mm-hmm. I enjoy going to the farmer's market too. They have good stuff. The only thing left to do was to get their friends. Mickey and Goofy gathered everyone together and led them to the path. Come on, Mickey said. I have a surprise for you. He led them through the woods, which didn't seem nearly as scary with his friends by his side, and straight to the pond. It turns out I needed to get lost to find this place, Mickey said, but I'm sure glad I did it. The others agreed. Mickey had found their new favorite swimming spots. All of them having their picnic and enjoying their day. You got Goofy, Minnie, Daisy, and Donald. Lost and found. The end. That was a good story. It shows how many of us sometimes, when we find that we're lost in a situation or a place and we've never been before, really it's the time. Yeah, it's a little scary, I can say, because I know I've been there where I've driven someplace and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know where I'm going. And I get a little lost. But then in it, you actually open your eyes and you begin to see the things that you're around. And sometimes some of those places can be a new adventure, a new wonder, a new experience. And in it, you find something that you actually might enjoy and go back to. And that's what this story is about, Lost and Found. That in it, he was lost, but really he had found something that was really special and beautiful. Something that not only he enjoyed, but he could enjoy with his friends. So I think what that even tells us is that sometimes we have to explore. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zones and allow ourselves to go out into the deep, I would say, and experience new things. See what's out there, explore, because you never know. You may be lost, but you don't know what you're going to find in it. And at the end, Mickey found something very valuable and special. Not only was it a nature, which was of God, but he found something that was just beautiful and exciting for him to share with his friends and to continue to do for many, many days to come. So, next time you're out there and you think you might be lost, open your eyes. See God's glory in everything. Explore. Actually, see if there's something you might be able to find in this lost situation because you never know. Being lost might help you to be found. That's our story time for today. I hope you enjoyed it just like I did, and I will meet you here tomorrow at 12 noon for another story time with Reverend Reese. Have a great day and know that Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye.